This wood is absorbing this paint beautifully. Here's where I may regret not taking it apart. Trying to paint the inside. There's definitely going to be at least one corner on the inside that has no paint on it, but we'll all be good friends and pretend that we don't know about it. Looking good so far. Just the bottom to do. I've put the cart to one side to dry, and in the meantime we're going to work on some of the smaller details and accents. So I have a piece of balsa wood here. I'm going to cut out a frame for the window to make it a little more three-dimensional. That's the finished window frame. It just pops over the window like that to give it a more three-dimensional look. Now before I stick that down, I want to do something about this curtain back here. I want to place a piece of fabric on top of that so that it's sandwiched in between the frame and the coffee cart and looks like a real curtain. But this coffee cup here, you've got this little nub sticking out and that kind of bothers me, so I'm going to sand that down first, then stick the curtain on, and then stick the window frame. I rummaged through my fabric supplies and I found the perfect fabric to use for a curtain on a coffee cart. How cute is that? My camera decided to cut the footage of me gluing the curtain to the cart, but there it is, glued. Now I'm just going to glue the window frame on top of it. There we go. Now I feel like the most appropriate thing to go beneath a serving window is a little bar. So I've made one, once again from balsa wood. I'm going to stick that down there. Because obviously your hamster needs somewhere to lean and place their imaginary coffee cup. I realise that looks like I've just covered it in cottage cheese, but that is paper clay. I've made a very moist cottage cheesy paper clay this time, apparently, just because it's easier to mould into the type of shapes I want. a little easier to work with. My cottage cheese has dried. Time to paint it. It's a little box of green. I also made these tiny pink flowers from the same paper clay. Nothing makes me feel more like a small child doing arts and crafts than when the glue stick comes out. This is not real glue. Stick. Ta-da! On its own, this doesn't have great structure, so I'm going to glue it to this piece of cardboard, and that will help to reinforce it. The finished awning is the final touch. You know, I think I might have been wrong about that being the final touch. It feels like it could do with some greenery up here. Well, that turned out a lot better than I was expecting. It's cute. I'm really happy with that. Now I really have to question myself as to whether to put this in an enclosure or not. It's completely safe. If it does get chewed on, it's not a problem. This would have been perfect for Lemonade because she was chaotic, but she wasn't destructive. She respected her things. It's definitely not going to Lotus. I'd already decided it wasn't anyway, but no, this would be gone in a week. You should see what he's done to his prison house. Crime is what he's done. I'm genuinely so impressed with how this turned out. Huh.